Hey yo, what's up, what's up, what's up? This is Games for Days, and I'm bringing you a video on the history/is she a synth of Kasumi Nakano in the Far Harbor DLC for Fallout 4. There might be vague hints or solutions or whatever to the main quest line of this DLC. If you don't want to hear it, turn back now, because you will hear audio snippets from the synth you meet, or you might see something happen. If you don't want it spoiled, turn back, finish the DLC, come back to the video. Now, there is only one definitive way to prove that if she is a synth or not, which I was not able to show in this video because I forgot about it, but I tried to go back and fix it, but the PS4 wouldn't let me load back that far. Now, whenever we go through this video, we'll go from the start of the DLC up to the very end, showing all the possible endings for Kasumi and how you begin. So, you pick up a radio signal from the Valentine's Detective Agency, talk to Ellie, and there is a strange case to work. You start the DLC by coming up on the Nakano's house. And
Where
when
is
you
my
arrive, you hear
daughter?
this.
Kenji, please. You've been at this for hours. Stop. You need sleep.
She's out there, Ray. Someone has her.
I hope you don't mind. We let ourselves in.
Nick, thank God. You need to get to work right away. She could be hurt. She could be...
Whoa, slow down. Kenji, was it? Why did you go over the details with me and my partner here?
You brought a partner? Good. The more eyes, the better.
We're here to help. Tell us what happened.
It's all thanks to this damn radio.
Our daughter Kasumi likes to fix things. The radio was her latest project.
Until she made contact with some kidnapper who lured her away from us.
Or maybe she left on her own. She's not a child anymore. Our daughter is 19. She knows how to survive, and she's capable. I think maybe she left because she wanted her own life.
No. She would have told us where she was going. She would have said something. I know my daughter is in danger. I can feel it. Find her, please.
We'll find her. Don't you worry.
Thank you. Her room is upstairs, if that helps. And if you had any more questions about her, just ask.
Don't worry, Kenji. We'll get to the bottom of this. Just sit tight.
So it appears that young Kasumi has been overburdened all her life by her father to never let her go anywhere.
This is Kasumi's room.
When you go up to her room,
See if
and you
she
look
left
around,
any
you'll find a
clues about where she
holotape
went.
under her bed entitled Kenji's Project Log Dreams. When you listen to it, you hear this.
Project log, dreams. Recording what I can remember when I wake up. I keep having the same one. I'm in a white room. People are talking about me like I'm not there, or maybe they just don't care. And then there's this, I don't know, jolt, like a spark of electricity to the back of my head, and then everyone turns to look at me. God, I hope I don't have it again tonight.
Okay, that was interesting. So you start looking around some more, look on the floor, around, look up, there's a note behind her toolbox. Read the notes yourself, because I cannot zoom in to go and read along with it. If I could, I would, but I can't, so I shan't.
So Kasumi was spending time in her grandfather's
That
old
was even more
boathouse?
interesting. Look across
Sounds
the
like we know where
room,
we're heading
look
now.
around some more. You'll see a holotape on her desk entitled Project Log, and I could not read that. Hope you saw it.
Working radio. I'll finally get some news outside this house. My handle is going to be... Let's go with...
That was Project Log Radio, I just remembered.
That should confuse the creeps. And if someone actually gets the reference, then we'll at least have circuitry in common.
So, it appears that she has now a trucker kind of name, like on a CB. Go across the hall, you find another tape by the lamp, entitled Project Log Lamp.
Lamp. Filament plus power equals light. I swear, sometimes I think my parents break these things just to keep me busy.
After that, you can go check around her parents' room. You won't find much. You probably won't find anything at all unless you do a more thorough look than I did. Go check out the bathroom. There's also nothing there either. Going downstairs, however, you can go into the kitchen and find, after you search for a little bit, a holotape next to the old kitchen mixer, entitled Project Log Kitchen Mixer.
The circuits are still good, but all the mechanical parts are rusted through. Maybe I can...
All right, everyone. I'll be back in a few days. Was there anything else we needed from the city?
Wait, you're going now? No! Wait, Dad, I could come with you.
It is better if I go alone, Kasumi. Do not worry. I have your list.
You don't know what half that list is, Dad. I can help you. Really, I'll be...
I said no. I'm sorry. You're safe here, okay? Just stay put for me.
Okay.
I know you're disappointed, but I won't be long. I love you.
I love you too, Dad.
Again, we see Mr. Kenji Nakano being overbearing and overprotective of his daughter. Go across the living room, find a holotape Project Log television.
Actually used to broadcast pictures and sounds back before the war. She also mentioned that some of the ruins of the television studios are still around if you head to the city. Of course, she wasn't too happy when I asked if we could make a trip out there. I'm getting off track. I managed to repair the vacuum tubes and got the power working again, but, well, it's not like there's any working signal for this thing to receive. I'm just going to start stripping this thing for parts moving forward.
Okay, so no television either. After checking out upstairs, we found a holotape that would lead to suggest that she went to the boathouse. Let's go there! So looking around, you find a safe with a note on top. Read the note for yourself again, because I can't read it. Also, you could lockpick it with an expert lock, or find the key with the note. Hold up.
Let's take a
Picture
look
where
around.
the key is Love Grandpa. That is the only part I can remember, so you start looking around. Everything looks pretty rusty, except for a strange picture frame. After a little bit of thinking, check it out, examine it, and boom, you find a hidden
Good work.
key.
Now, let's see what's
So then
in
you
that
go
safe.
back to the safe and open it up. Find a holotape, Project Log, Myself or Me, and 2 military-grade duct tapes.
I never really thought about who or what I am, but... God. Where do I start? The radio. I was right about the range. I managed to get a signal, a strong signal, from up north. There's a group of people up there. They say they're all synths. Synthetic people. Made by the Institute. They're trying to build a place for their kind, where they can be themselves and be accepted for what they are alongside human beings. It sounds wonderful, but then they started asking about me, and some questions came up. Questions I don't have answers to. I mean, I've always felt off, like I'm not really supposed to be here, but then There are things in my childhood I can't remember, and I've been having strange dreams. I'm going to go to meet these synths. I have to know the truth about myself. They've told me to sail up north to a town called Far Harbor.
Sorry if you hear background noise behind me.
So the daughter takes off by boat. But more importantly, there's a colony of synths up near this Far Harbor. We need a way to get there.
This seems to be the first
Let's
definitive
go talk to
time in the
Kenji.
DLC
He knows the
where
waters
we
better than
see
anyone.
Kasumi questioning what she is and where she went. So now we're going to go back to the house, talk to her dad, Kenji, and tell him where she's gone.
Have you finished your investigation? Did you find anything?
I think I know where Kasumi went. A place called Far Harbor?
She went that far up north? God, that explains why she took the boat. There's no time to waste. You have to go after her.
Wait, did you find out why she left, Detective? Who she was speaking to?
What does it matter?
Because I know my daughter, and if she didn't tell us where she went, then she had a reason. Don't you want to know if she wants to be
So
found?
talking to Kenji,
You're right,
we
Detective.
find out that
Did
he
you
is a
find
little
any clue to
distraught,
why Kasumi left
finding
home?
out that his little girl, his daughter,
Your daughter
has
made
left to make
contact
a
with a group
life
of
or make
synths.
friends on her own.
She thinks she's one of them.
What?
He
That's-
will hire
that's
us
crazy.
to go
She's
find
not
her.
a synth. She's our daughter. We
Her
raised
mother,
her.
however,
I
thinks
gave
that
birth to her.
he has
She's
been
flesh
too
and blood,
overbearing,
not
and
a
that's
synthetic.
the reason she has left. By the way, I forgot to mention in the first part of the video, I'll probably make a little thing. Go check the description for links to skip to certain things, okay? Okay?
Maybe your
I'm
daughter
trying to
is just
talk to her
confused.
mom.
Having an
you
identity
ask,
crisis.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow. I
Does she
wonder if
even
she's
think we're
confused.
still her parents?
This
She'll
is what I was
react
afraid of.
very
Someone twisting
accordingly,
my daughter's
like a
mind.
mother would.
You have to get to Far Harbor. Take my ship on the dock. It has a guidance system, a final gift from my father, and it's built for distance.
I'll get to the bottom of this, Kenji.
Thank you. I know you haven't asked for a payment, and we can't offer much. But here, please
So
take
talk to
it. I
Kenji again,
insist.
and he'll tell you to take his boat out to Far
I know it'll
Harbor.
be hard waiting
The
for
first
word,
time we
but
ever get to
try to
visit
carry on
this
like
place.
normal. We'll be
Has
back
boat
as soon
control
as we
from his
can.
granddad, which Kenji and his dad were fairly close, but not in the adventuring sort of way. Kasumi, however, is just like her granddad, wanting to fix everything, go out on adventures. That's why she took her granddad's boat. So once we travel to Far Harbor, we make an important discovery of a woman named Avery.
Are you lost?
Sorry for that.
This is Far
And a
Harbor.
man named Alan.
We don't get
They
many
greet us
visitors.
very
Do your business and
welcomingly, I
get
would
going.
say.
We don't need no freeloaders or more help, mainlander. So you can get back in your boat and leave.
Alan, this isn't your dock. It belongs to the whole town. And that means strangers are welcome. Sorry, you've caught us during a difficult time. But Alan's got a point. Not all visitors have good intentions. So, what's your business here?
A young woman from the Commonwealth named Kasumi may have passed through here. Her family hired me to find her.
Some sort of detective, huh? Well, she came through here all right.
At least we know she made it this far.
Damn it. Mariners incoming.
Something's coming through
After a little bit, here comes
help
the
us
mariner,
defend the town, and I'll
telling
answer
us we
any
need to
questions
help
you have.
out
Take
the
a post at
town,
the top of the wall,
taking
near the main
care of
gate.
some
The hall never lets
infestation
us
of a
down. Now follow
vermin,
me.
as we will soon see giant
Open the
death
gate.
claw-like fish. After fighting them all, we go back into the town, and we check out with Avery again, and she will
Avery.
tell us where
And
the
now
girl
you see
named
what we're up
Kasumi
against.
has
Fog
gone.
and creatures
We
it
don't know
spits
that
out
yet.
have taken the
We
whole
just know she's
island
been
from
to
my
Far
people.
Harbor. We don't know where she's
For
at.
your help when we needed it. You deserve this.
You've lost the whole island?
Oh, the fog's been... Then there are times when it spreads all over. And people have to cling to any patch of land free of the fog. For the past, 8 years or so, it's been getting as bad as it's ever been. Now, Far Harbor's one of the only places left that's safe.
If you manage to survive despite all that, you must be tough.
Ornery, more like.
I'm done cowering behind your damn hull, Avery. Time you let me deal with the real problem. With the right people and my guns, I can end those Children of Adam cultists for good.
The fog's been here forever. The children didn't make it.
Before the Rat Eaters came, the fog was under control. They come, and it all goes wrong. It's time we do something.
No need to burden the stranger with all this nonsense.
Can we get back to business?
Sorry for all
business.
So after casually walking off during the middle
You're
of our
here for Kasumi,
conversation,
right? She headed
we
inland to
find
the
out
synth
that
refuge.
our little
Acadia.
girl Kasumi had
Getting
went
there
to a
will
place
be
called
dangerous.
Acadia,
You'll need a guide.
a refuge
Old
for
Longfellow.
synthetic people
No one knows the fog like him.
in Far Harbor.
But word of warning, he's a bit of an acquired taste.
What can you tell me about Acadia?
Ask Longfellow. He's the only one that's been there.
When you ask her,
Thanks for the info.
and she tells you to reiterate,
Best
go
place to look
find
for
Captain
Longfellow's at the
Longfellow,
bar. The last
who
plank.
is the only person who knows anything, only
please,
person that has
lend a
ever
hand
been
around town
in
if you're able.
Far Harbor.
Even if it's slapped
Go
away.
and try to find him
People like the
after the
Mariner
conversation
and Cassie
concludes.
and others need help. And let me
Sorry,
say
I'm
something
getting
you
ahead of
might not
myself.
hear
This
again.
video's a little disorganized. It's taken me a while to make.
Captain Avery said you can get me to
So
Acadia?
after finding him in the bar, you talked to him for a little bit.
You get your hands
he
dirty?
appears as a very
I'm
sly
done
fellow
leaving
to
people
begin
in
with.
deaths in the fog. Last fella couldn't keep up. Didn't last 5 minutes.
Can you tell me about Acadia?
Strange folk like that. Call themselves synths. Seems to me they just want to be left alone, to live their life in peace. They've done some good turns for us islanders. The fog condensers, most especially. Wouldn't even be a Far Harbor left without those.
Some parents are worried about their runaway daughter. She went to Acadia, and I need to find her.
If someone's headed for Acadia, there's always a story. Yours worth dying over, huh?
Trust me, I've done a whole lot more for a whole lot less.
Clever with words, are you? I can get you to Acadia. But you've got to listen to me. Go where I say, when I say it. Still won't be easy. You stock up on your necessities, Rad X and the like. And then the real work can begin.
Let's go, Longfellow.
Follow me, then.
After convincing him to take you to
Here,
Acadia
Jenny.
and leaving the bar, he'll take you up a winding mountain path with many treacherous things, introducing you to...
Stringing one more soul to their damnation, old man?
Introducing you to many
What have we
things.
here?
First is a child of Adam,
Another rat
and here we are.
worshiping lunatic. That's what.
Your barbs do not harm me. I am shielded by my faith.
How about bullets? Faith shield you against those, too?
Go ahead and shoot her, then.
She ain't worth wasting ammo on. Too bad I left my hunting knife at home.
Do not sully this one with your blasphemy, old man. You. I suggest you go no further. Acadia is a nest of snakes, beasts that subvert the will of Adam.
You do know you're crazy, right?
Watch yourself, outsider. You walk through Adam's kingdom now.
If you're done wasting time with a fanatic, let's move on.
So after talking to that creepo and getting to
And
Acadia,
we've arrived.
Longfellow will tell you, well,
Acadia's
but
already been
while we
watching us
tag
for a
along,
good
something
spell.
like that.
If you want to talk with
Tell
them,
him,
just
no,
go
tell him to
inside.
come along, your preference.
They'll be waiting for you. You need my help again.
When you first come upon Acadia,
Got a cabin
it
just
is an
outside of
observatory.
Far
You take that because
Good
you
place to
observe
tool
it.
up your gear, get some rest.
But if you bring Nick Valentine along, you will get some
Just
curious
make sure if you
reactions
bring in a
from
bottle of
synth
something
inside
strong,
named Dima.
there's enough to share.
I can handle things from here.
Good luck in there. And
Which
I'm
I will
serious
make a
about the
video
offer.
on later
You ever
through
want to
this
hunt the
entire
forests and waters
reaction
of the
action
island
sequence
together?
thing.
I could think of worse things to do.
Comment below if you want that to happen.
No, nay, never. No, nay, never.
So, in my playthrough, he left, started singing a little song. I personally enjoyed that song, but let's go into Acadia to see if we can find Kasumi. As soon as you walk in, you see a man in a chair. Whenever you get too close, the man gets up, and you are met with a terrifying
when I
presence
first
of
climbed this
machinery.
mountain above the fog,
His
I
name
thought
is
to
Dima.
myself, now
I
here
cut out
is
the
a
part
metaphor
about
worth taking
Nick
in.
and him
You've entered a place
together.
of clarity.
Sake for the next video. YouTube it if you want to see what
While
it is,
you're here
or
in
wait till I
Acadia,
come out with my video.
Synthkind welcomes you as long as you welcome us.
When you meet him, he seems a little
I came here looking for
funny
Kasumi
or
Nakano.
weird.
Really? I'm impressed. Few would brave the kind of journey you've had for the sake of someone else. Kasumi is here. She's safe and unharmed, and you're free to see her if you'd like. Now, about young Kasumi. It's important that you understand exactly why
after
she's
cutting
here.
out that
I asked you
interaction
before if you
and
think
talking
she's
to Nick
really a
later,
synth.
which I plan on making
If you
a video
could
on.
indulge me with
Talk to
an
Dima, and
answer.
he tells you that Kasumi is there, unharmed.
Why are you asking?
Because she came here with that very question.
On if
And
Kasumi
the
is there
answer
and safe. He
changes
says she
every
is,
part
and you're
of
free to
her
talk to her
world.
anytime. She's
None of
normally
us
down
take this
making
transition lightly.
repairs.
She's facing the possibility of her entire life being a lie. That someone stripped her very identity from her and made her into something she isn't. I want you to understand that before you see her. She has a chance here to live as a synth, not hiding, not pretending to be something else. One more question, if you'll indulge me.
So after
You're
talking
here
to
for
Dima,
Kasumi.
we make our way down the stairs to Kasumi.
Fried.
You find her
Kasumi
making
Nakano?
repairs or sitting
Sorry,
down.
I'm right in the middle
I
of
found her
some
making
stuff.
repairs, and you bring
concerned about
up
you,
talking to her.
What's that, your work
Tell
now?
her
Just
why you're here.
trying to
You
cobble
tell
some freeboard
her
junk into
all
something
this
useful.
other
Now,
bull
do you mind
stuff,
telling me what you're doing here?
and then
Your parents
you
sent me.
go on your
They want you to
merry
come
way.
home.
They did what? You came all this way for me.
You left without telling your folks why. You must have known they'd be worried.
Look, my mom and dad, I mean, those people that were taking care of me, they wouldn't want me back. Not if they knew the truth.
Kasumi, listen to me. You're not a synth.
Believe me, I've thought about that. How you can never really know. But it just answers so many questions. I thought if I just left, it would be easier for them. How would that conversation have gone anyway? I've been lying to you this whole time? Your real daughter is dead and I replaced her?
You haven't replaced anyone. Kenji and Ray are still your parents.
I really wish that was true. If I wasn't...
There is
Acadia
a
isn't what I
definitive
thought it
way.
was.
I've told you this.
There's more
I
going on
will
here than just the
link a
refuge.
video to
But I
it, and I
can't
will
leave
tell
until
you
I've
what
gotten
it
to the
is
bottom
at
of
the
it.
end of the video.
I've been running
Okay?
long enough.
You're coming with me, Kasumi.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. But there's something terrible going on here, and I... Wait. You find things. Track down answers. What if I told you that there's a secret? A big secret here, on this island. Something way more important than just one lost girl.
Sister, there's a lot of things on this island more important than you.
If you could just hold the jokes for a second. You saw all those computers that Dima's hooked up to, right? They hold his memories, or offload data from his brain. Or maybe some combination of both? Well, Faraday asked me to help do some repairs on them, and, you know, I got curious. There's like a century's worth of life experiences in there, and that's when I see it. Data models Dima has been making. One was the fog taking over Far Harbor. Another was a nuclear detonation on the island. Plus, death counts. What if Dima is so open and welcoming because he's actually hiding something from us? A plan to wipe out the rest of the island.
We should get to the bottom of this. If Dima is putting on an act, we need to know.
Personally, I find calculated mass murder to be very soothing.
Look, help me out, and if I'm wrong, you can make all the...
So after talking to her and getting her side of the story, she tells you to do all this stuff to help figure out what Dima is. So you travel back to Acadia, and you tell her what you found after doing those quests. I purposefully cut it out because I didn't want to spoil the gameplay. I've done that with all missions, and you will just hear these snippets of audio in between. She asks you to uncover stuff that Dima's hiding, which he is indeed. I'm sorry if that's a spoiler, you were warned. But he has basically had a way to eliminate everybody, even himself. All along, he locked the memories away from himself. Coming back, talking to Kasumi, telling her what you found, telling her that there is ways to eliminate everyone on the island, tells her, oh my goodness, he is such a bad guy, but he was really protecting the rest of the island from itself and himself. So you get on the stairs and you find Kasumi. By the way, I just love her name. It rolls off the tongue. Kasumi Nakano.
You're back.
Sorry about
So,
that little
what did
technical
you find?
glitch there.
Can we really trust
And here
Dima?
she is,
Or
right
is he hiding
now.
something?
I found Dima's earliest memories. He murdered and replaced someone in Far Harbor, and then he covered it up, even hiding the knowledge of it from himself.
Damn it. I was hoping I was wrong, but I just knew there was something. Do you know why he did it?
I think he just wants peace for everyone on the island, even if it means controlling them from the shadows.
So he means the best? Should we help him? Is Acadia worth saving? There's good people, synths, here.
Acadia is still an ideal worth protecting. I'll do everything I can.
You're right. We have to see this through. Maybe you can use what you've found in Dima's memories and convince the old synth to do what's right. I know you've been doing all the hard work. I've been making a few things. Take them.
So,
Maybe
after
they'll
talking to her,
Come
finishing
talk to
the
me when
quest,
this is all over.
there are
Okay?
3 different
Good luck.
endings that you can do. You can follow her preferences, say she's a synth, or keep it on the down low depending upon which one you
So,
choose.
It sounds like there's going to be peace on the island. It was you, wasn't it? You found a way to fix things.
It was the right thing to do.
I can't believe people like you actually exist. Part of the reason I didn't trust Dima was because he seemed too selfless. But you're just like him. Hey, listen. So, when you first showed up, you came to get me, to bring me home. I've been thinking a lot about that. I hurt Kenji and Ray by leaving, didn't I? I could have just stayed home, pretended everything was all right, but I left them. Should I go back? They obviously still care about me, or who they think I am. They need a daughter.
So
They
with
deserve to have
this
one.
ending,
Everything in Acadia has been
you tell her,
settled.
oh, you're a
I found my
synth, you
answers.
belong in Acadia,
Maybe
stay
it's
here,
time I
I'll
did
deliver the
something for
news to
someone
your
else.
dad.
You already
So
made
you
your decision
ultimately
by
get to
coming here,
decide
Kasumi.
whether she
Acadia is your
a
home now,
synth or
a family.
not.
You're right. I need to decide where I belong, and It's here.
But whenever
Look
you go
after
home and
Kenji
tell
and
her
Ray for
dad,
me.
you will still get the quest
All right?
reward. It really doesn't matter
They're good people.
your personal preference.
I didn't
You'll
mean
still
to hurt
get
them.
your reward.
I didn't know.
Congratulations.
Thank you for everything. I'll see you around Acadia.
So whenever you come home to tell her dad, her parents more like, depending on the time of day you come, they'd be in bed, they'd be in the kitchen, and by the radio waiting.
You're back.
But
Kasumi isn't with you?
Mad.
Mr. Nakano, Kasumi isn't coming home. She's staying with the synths up north.
What? I hired you to find her, to bring her back safely. You left her there?
She made a choice, Kenji.
But why wouldn't she come home? She doesn't still think she's a synth, does she?
There's no way I can prove it either way, Kenji.
So
All I know is that
choice,
she decided to
you're
stay.
telling him,
She has people there
she
she
made a
cares
choice.
about.
So,
You need to
it was
learn
right.
that your daughter
Kasumi
has
needed to
grown
make
up,
her own life.
and she is no longer
away
your little
from
baby.
us.
She is
I guess I
your fully grown,
just didn't want to
female,
believe she
mature
had grown
daughter,
up, that she was
and
going to
she
leave
can
me.
make these
There's
big
one
life
last thing you
choices.
and I need to
And
discuss.
he comes to
Your
terms
reward.
that he was
My
overbearing,
daughter might not be
and
coming home,
she needed
but
a
at
life
least she is
of
safe.
her own,
We don't have
away
much to
from
offer.
the
When
family,
my father traveled the
to have
Commonwealth,
friends, to make
he had quite the
buddies,
collection before he died.
in a sense.
I buried it all near the house. I'm not the explorer he was. I don't need them. I think they would be better with you.
I get to dig up buried treasure? Yar, har, har!
Yes. But you're not going to need a map or anything. I buried it. I know where it is. Now, if you'll
The
excuse me.
second ending, which will
been a
appear in a
long
second,
day.
I'm just going to get a head
See you
jump on
around,
it,
Kenji.
Goodbye.
is
Nick.
when you tell her,
Best of luck
okay,
to you
you need
and
to go
your
home. There's
partner
two ways that
in the
can play
future.
out when she gets to the
I'm
house.
glad my daughter
You'll
has
see in a
found a
second.
place where she
You'll
can
still
live.
get the reward and the experience. So whenever you
So,
go up and talk to her
it
this
sounds
time,
like
you tell
there's
her,
going to be
no,
peace on the
you need
island.
to go home, all
It
that
was
good
you,
stuff.
wasn't
And
it?
whenever she does,
You
you can
found a way to
choose
fix things.
something that will appear in just a little
It
bit.
was the right thing to do.
I can't believe people like you actually exist. Part of the reason I didn't trust Dima was because he seemed too selfless. But you're just like him. Hey, listen. So, when you first showed up, you came to get me, to bring me home. I've been thinking a lot about that. I hurt Kenji and Ray by leaving, didn't I? I could have just stayed home, pretended everything was all right, but I left them. Should I go back? They obviously still care about me, or who they think I am. They need a daughter. They deserve to have one. Everything in Acadia has been settled. I found my answers. Maybe it's time I did something for someone else.
You're right, Kazumi. They need you. Go home.
I will. I'll start gathering my supplies and I'll have to say goodbye to everyone. Thanks. For everything. Maybe I'll see you back in the Commonwealth?
So after talking to her, telling her to go home, you'll meet her at the door when you go back to the Nakano residence. You'll
Mom?
hear her make a
Dad?
big busting up welcome. Yay, I'm home! And then her parents will be so jovial and so happy. And whenever you tell
Oh
them
my God,
that,
my
oh,
baby
this
is okay.
happened, you'll hear it in a second.
Welcome
She's a
back
synth. You can tell
home,
them,
Kasumi.
no, she's a synth. She
Good to be
killed your
home.
real daughter.
You-
She's a replacement.
you saved my
He'll
daughter.
become furious and
Thank
kick
you.
her out.
Happy to do it, Kenji.
You don't often see kindness in the Commonwealth. I'll never forget this.
If any of you ever need help again, you know where to find us.
Kasumi, does this mean you know we're your parents, right? You're not a synth.
I know, Mom. I'm sorry. I was just so confused. I wanted to go somewhere. Anywhere.
It's okay, Kasumi. You're home now.
Kenji, it's not true. Kasumi really is a synth. She replaced her daughter.
What? What are you saying?
Just had to open that can of worms, didn't you?
Why are you doing this? I told you I made a decision.
If you still
I came
have
home.
Nick, he'll
Can't
dislike
that be
it.
the end of it?
But if you don't really want the companion perk, or you already have the companion
They have a right
perk,
to know.
it
Kasumi,
really won't change
it
a
true?
thing.
You're
She'll
not my
get upset
daughter?
with you. Everybody will basically be upset at everybody.
Yes, it's true.
Kenji
I mean,
will thank you
I can't prove
whenever
it,
this is
but
all over and she is
when I made
kicked
it
out
to
of the
Acadia,
house. You can follow her.
I just knew.
Where's the real
That he
Kasumi?
will still give you the reward about
There's no telling
1,600
when I
caps
replaced her.
and the stash in the backyard.
I never knew what I
We've
was
all
before.
heard that
I never
before.
wanted to hurt you.
Well,
Get out.
Kenji!
You heard me.
whenever
You've been lying
you
to us this
tell
whole
her
time. My
that
real
she's a
daughter
synth,
is dead.
tell him
Get
she's a
out of
synth.
here.
You
Never
tell
come
Daddy
back.
that daughter's a synth. That ruins a relationship. You just ruined one of the relationships in the
It's your
Commonwealth.
decision, Kenji.
I never want to
Now
see
you can choose
again.
to try to
Synth.
persuade him to let her
You've brought
stay at
enough
home,
pain to this family.
or just tell him it's his
Leave.
decision and let her go
Goodbye,
free.
Mom.
Now you can
Dad.
look up
don't
where
get
she
to
goes
call us that
after,
anymore.
follow her,
Now
find
go.
her. Maybe
Thank
she
you
just
for telling me the
bursts
truth.
out of the code.
I can't
But
believe that
the
Synth
mother has
almost had me
basically
fooled.
no reaction.
We don't
here.
have much to
She's
offer.
just there like,
But my father
really?
traveled
Oh
the
my
Commonwealth.
goodness.
I
But
buried
you
it
just
all.
ruined
Sure.
a good father-daughter
Thank
mother
you, Kenji.
relationship
You've earned it.
in the
Now,
Commonwealth. That's
see you
very
around.
rare.
Goodbye.
See what you do? You're a terrible person. I'm just messing
Does
with
this
you.
mean you know we're your parents, right? You're not a synth.
I know, Mom. I'm sorry. I was just so confused. I wanted to go somewhere. Anywhere.
It's okay, Kasumi. You're home now.
Hold on to her, Kenji. You never know when your family's going to be taken from you.
I'm glad you understand.
You can
It's a
choose to
terrible
just be
world
like,
out
hold
there.
on to her, Kenji.
We only
And
have
this will
each other.
basically conclude the
There's
video.
one last thing you
There
and I
is a
need.
way to
We don't have much
definitively
to- I
prove
buried
if
it
she is
all.
a synth or not. And
Thank
you can
you,
basically
Kenji.
go with
You've
any
earned
of the
it.
factions
Thank you.
except
See
the
you around.
Minutemen
Goodbye, Nick.
and tell them about Acadia. The railroad will check their files and they will tell you that, hey, we've never helped a synth out by that name. We've never helped out a synth by that color. Something like that. You go with the Institute, they'll be like, well, we don't have a synth under that ID. But it could, their personality could have been swapped after a mind wipe. The Brotherhood will go kill all of Acadia, and you can search everybody's bodies, and every single person there except her will have a synth component. Same as if you get it blown up by the Far Harbor people or the Nucleus. You get it attacked, everyone will drop a synth component except her. People like her have been known to not drop synth components and still be a synth, but most synths drop a synth component. So it is basically Bethesda telling us, hey, she's not a synth, let it go. But you cannot tell her in-game, hey, you're not a synth, and I know because I killed you in the future/past from a different dimension. Well, anyway, this has been the video. If you've stuck out this long, you're a true blue subscriber. Thank you so much. If you're new, subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like. You probably haven't made it this far. Probably nobody has. They probably clicked off because I talk too much and it's boring. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel in the features list. Subscribe to me. Don't make fun of the way I talk, even though I run my words together sometimes. Sorry if you get annoyed by my constant S's and pop filters, mess ups. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.